This is Melissa Dowling doing my persuasive speech for my speech class. Attending is my husband, Robert.
Hi.
My speech is going to be on alcohol abuse. Let's start off by, let me ask you a question. How many of you have been affected by alcohol abuse or know a family member or a friend that's been affected by alcohol abuse? According to alcoholinformation.com, 6.6 million children under the age of 18 live with at least one parent who abuses alcohol. 80% of our high schoolers have at least tried alcohol, and 62% of those have been drunk. Each year, there are 50,000 cases of alcohol poisoning reported. I myself have personally been affected by people in my life that have abused alcohol, and I've seen firsthand the damage that it can cause financially, emotionally, and physically. At the end of the speech, I hope to show that not only does alcohol affect the alcohol abuser, but it affects everyone around them. Alcohol abuse is the cause of illnesses such as death, neglect of oneself, family neglect, and homeless rates are rising, and so many more other things. I've personally lost family members due to the disease of alcohol abuse, and have also had to end several relationships with family members and have had to end a marriage due to alcohol abuse. Ramifications of alcohol abuse are extensive. Some of the things that can happen are heart disease, cancer, stroke, and the most tragic is death. According to www.cdc.gov, 14,406 deaths have occurred from liver disease due to alcohol, and 23,199 have been alcohol-induced deaths. Think about this for just a minute. Do you want to see yourself or a family member or one of your friends living on the streets due to alcohol? There are so many programs that are out there that work if you just make the initiative to do it and to put all the work into it that is required. Find a treatment center. There are 30, 90, and 60-day programs. You also have the choice of doing inpatient treatment and outpatient treatment. It's not hard to get help. It's a matter of you picking up the phone for yourself or for someone you love, or do the research online. I know two programs right off the top of my head. One is AA, which is for the alcoholic themselves, and another one is Al-Anon, which is for family members who are dealing with somebody they know that's an alcoholic. I know personally that the programs work, and I'd like to share with you two stories of just how they work. I had a family member who went and got help, and once he received the help and finished the program, he came out, went to college, got a degree, bought a house, and is now engaged to be married. My other little story that I like to share is about my husband, who I'm happy to say is now 3 years sober, but in the process of all of that, had to go through and lose everything. Close your eyes for just a moment and think about your family and your loved ones, somebody that's been hurt or someone that you've hurt due to alcohol abuse. Do you like what you see? There are so many positive sides to living alcohol free. First of all, you'd be healthy, you'd be happy, you'd have closer relationships with your family, with your friends, and you might even be able to take that vacation because you're not spending money on alcohol anymore. There are so many negatives, and just a few of those are loneliness, shame, the possibility of being homeless, and the saddest one of all is death. And now I'd like to show you a couple pictures of some things that I found. And one of those is this one, and I thought it was pretty appropriate actually. It says, "Go ahead, drink and drive. Your possibilities are jail, the hospital, or the morgue." And the next one is, it says, "Drinking is just harmless fun, isn't it? Tell that to the victims and their families." And then you can see these cars are just destroyed. And it says, "Drinking and driving kills." One of the questions I got asked while I was doing most of my research was, is alcoholism hereditary? And statistics show that your percentage is much higher if you have a family member, either a mother, father, maternal grandparents that are alcoholics. Your percentage is much higher than, say, someone who doesn't have a family member. So I'm going to end my speech by saying that I hope I've given you a lot to think about. And I want you to think about one more thing, and that is to think about your family, your friends, and most importantly, I want you to think about yourself. Which way do you want to live, and which way would you like to see them live? Alcohol-free or alone? Thank you for listening to what I've had to say, and just remember, the rest is up to you. My resources for this speech were my own personal experiences, interviews with my family and friends, and the following websites: www.cdc.gov, www.alcoholinformation.com, alcoholabuseinfo.com, and oas.samhsa.gov. Again, thank you for coming.